Living.
All right. Good morning,
And we're
Deeds.
good morning. Morning. We're going live on the Facebooks. Let's
Fitty
see.
Fitty Facebook.
Fitty Fitty Facebooks. Let's see if she's going. She is up and rolling. Good morning,
We're
Jason.
Deeds, buddy. How goes it? Happy hump day.
Happy Hump Day. It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday the 18th, maybe? Yeah, the 18th of June. Time freaking flies, man.
I just combed my hair for the first time in 3 weeks.
Hey, looks good.
Thanks, buddy. I
Yep.
uh I had brought a comb and stuff like that. I don't normally like comb my hair. I normally just run my hands through it.
Sure.
Um I left one of my combs, I think at Sean's, and I think I left one at a hotel. But to be honest, because I was just getting up, I was always just throwing on a hat. So it felt good to shower this morning and put some product in my hair and actually do it. So,
Speaking of product in your hair, my wife got me some beard oil. So I'm now a beard oil guy. Because I joked with her I wanted to shave, right? I was like, maybe I should get rid of it for summer. She goes, don't you think you're a little too thin to be shaving your beard? I look like a fucking Auschwitz survivor. Sorry about
oh
that,
my God.
but yeah, she's like, keep the beard for a couple more weeks. So she went and bought that pomade or whatever the hell this is. I don't fuck, goddamn it, I'm a Dapper Dan man. So I put this beard oil in here, and it
Yeah.
smells nice. It smells piney and minty. So all day, all I want to eat is a pine cone and a breath mint or something. No, I'm just kidding. It's good. Uh, do you
You
use
look good.
any beard oil on your beard or anything like that?
No, I typically don't. I do have some stuff every now and then I put in, but I'm kind of scraggly.
Hmm,
I couldn't grow sideburns or like a full beard if my life depended on it.
sure.
Uh,
Yeah, I got that
uh,
patchy thing on the sides too. It looks ridiculous.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I
barkeeper's
just,
friend. That's a really good beard stabilizer there too.
does that help?
No, yeah, big time. Definitely helps you fall out. No, I'm just kidding. But
Dude,
what do you got on the agenda for today? Oh, wait, hold on. Let's back up. First of all, it's our first episode back since announcing the winner of your
William Arthur.
giveaway.
Not, yeah, zero hooked William Arthur up, a young man. I believe he's from Ohio. They hooked him up with
Ohio.
Ohio, little Drew Carey style.
Hmm.
I believe he's from Ohio. I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, William Arthur, he's getting a new setup. He texted yesterday. He's like, "I'm dying for it," and
That's awesome.
I can't blame him. Um, got some goodies in the bag too, so I can't wait for him to get it set up and rinse it through and for him to start using it.
Heck yeah,
It'll
man.
it'll be amazing.
Yeah, that's I don't want to say game changing, but for a window cleaner that doesn't have a water fed pulse system and finally gets one, you'll realize that your work, gets cut in half. You can
So
offer water fed
yeah,
pole cleaning, and it makes your job easier, makes your life easier because you don't got to climb up the ladder every day and squeeze every damn window. You can hit it from the ground, so it's really good. It'll keep them a little safer too, keep them off the ladder,
yeah,
and get them some sprinkly clean windows. That's awesome.
it
Congrats,
is.
Arthur.
Mr. Arthur, you the man, buddy.
Mr. Arthur, William Arthur, two first names, kind of like Steve Stevens or Bob Bobbins. I don't know. But what do you got on the
Bob,
agenda for today?
Bob Robert. Today. Oh, I'm going back to the tattoo parlor.
Cool.
uh, I got some work done. You probably can't see it
Oh,
from here,
yep.
but yeah, I got a Sacred Heart on my right hand, right fist. But today he's going to be doing some work on the back side of my arm. I already have work there, but he's just doing some. Yep, I have a candle there, but he's just gonna be doing some touch ups on that. And then I have
Hmm.
a 4 o'clock meeting that I'm really looking forward to.
Cool.
And I'll divulge a little more of that later this week. So,
Very cool. 4 o'clock meetings are best. 4:20 meetings are best. But four
it'll
o'clock.
be in that, I'll make sure that it ranges from 4 through 4:20 and beyond. Um,
Nice.
yeah, but I've been waiting for this meeting or been trying to set it up for a couple years. So I'm really glad that it's taking place.
Cool. Well, congrats for finally getting on that wait list and getting on that meeting, getting it done.
Yeah, bro,
Uh,
reservations for this motherfucker are a pain in the ass.
what are you going to see Tony Robbins? Is Tony Robbins going to give you an hour of coaching or something?
Something like that, man. It should be a
Yeah,
good day, though.
tell us later. Yeah, I have no idea.
It
I
should be
like
a
the
good
shirt,
day.
by the way, the pink rock and the Eddie Stewart pink. Fuck, that looks
Uh,
tits.
it feels great. I love the so you know how
Mhm.
WCR and Zero shirts are great. They're so soft, but
It's so
this one
soft.
just feels cool. And I'll tell you what, man. I did they did some photo shots or some photos when I was in New York, and I love the way it looks on camera. It's like the pink pole too.
Hmm.
Like that bright pink just looks spectacular. And I it sounds what's the word? Sounds like not conceited, what like braggadocious or something, but I'm like, damn, I love the way it looks on me. Like, so I dig it. I'm down with the pink.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
My wife just texted. She's like, "You've got a 9:30 doctor appointment on the schedule here today." I'm like, "What?" So I forgot I have a doctor appointment this morning. In like 2 hours, but I
Yeah.
gotta get that on my schedule and mentally focus and get to my doctor this morning to get a follow up. But
Yeah.
yeah, the pink is awesome. I love the pink. I might order myself a pink shirt. I don't think I own any pink shirts. This will be a first, and it looks pretty rocking though.
Yeah, man. And it's funny is the other day I was wearing the shirt that you're wearing and you complimented me on it. And I'm looking at you in that one. I'm like, damn, that does look good. Is that
Well,
what I
thank
look
you.
like in that? Because it's good.
Yeah, I mean Zero and the window cleaner. I think the print department takes care of their sourcing of shirts and stuff. So
Yeah.
shout out to Jill or Steve for picking out some good cotton, some good
Hell yeah.
fibers, some good threads. It's real nice, real soft.
Hell yeah.
Heck
So
yeah.
yesterday, any big things happen for you? You just do some work?
Yeah, was in the chair till about 3. I actually sold 3 jobs yesterday while I'm sitting in the chair. One lady, she called, was like, "Well, I got your quote last week and it's a little expensive." But I'm like, "Hey, listen, lady, it is what it is. You've got a driveway, a back patio. It's pretty nasty." And so anyway, I sold 3 jobs and ended up doing 2 of them yesterday. Drove south, did one job, took about an hour and a half, then had to drive 40 minutes to another job in rush hour Houston traffic, which reminds me why I hate working after 4 o'clock. At least pressure washing, window cleaning, because the drive times are like doubled because of how congested Houston is.
Yeah.
There's a major accident, so I was stuck in traffic, just like angrily hit my wheel, like, "Why am I doing this? I got to do this on the weekends." No, but so I knocked out a driveway back patio that was filthy. So I got some good before and afters for the Google My Business profile. The
Word.
second job was a one side of the house wash. So I'm Mr. Deeds. I created Mr. Deeds kind of as a thumb your nose at the Deeds people, who write up letters, HOAs. So a guy called yesterday. He goes, "I got some mildew on the side of my house." So he explained what it was, sent a picture or two. But I get there, turns out it's like the 3 sides of his house, and I only priced him on one side for like
Yeah.
$180. I'll just knock out the one side of your house. And he's like, "Well, it's over here, and let me show you." And it's on the back side, and then it's also all over this side here. I'm like, "Well, I'm already here. I spent an hour and a half in traffic, dicking around trying to get here, so I didn't upcharge him and say, well, this is now a 3 side of the house instead of a one side." So, dude got a really killer deal. Got 3 sides of his house wash, basically a full house wash for like half price ish.
Damn.
But he was happy. I was happy. He paid and made me happy. So,
And you all
uh,
walk away.
yeah, just doing a little extra work. And that's the thing. Like sometimes you'll get to a customer. Here's a good example for story time. You'll get to a customer and you realize the screens come out from the inside. What do? Do you tell the customer, well, instead of $4 a screen, it's going to be $9 a screen, and I have to come inside to take them out, that kind of deal. It's very important to like either stand behind your work, stand behind your pricing, or be prepared to haggle or argue with the customer. So I did not feel like arguing with the guy and saying, well, we discussed on the phone, this is more like a one side, but this is 3, so I'm going to have to. I didn't even bother doing that. I was just really cool. And it literally took me 40 minutes. I mean, if any of you guys out there do house washes, you apply the soap and surfactant in the cabinet and you rinse it off and then boop, you're done. So, uh, yeah, a little extra work than expected yesterday. The guy got lucky; he won the lottery on that one, but I was happy. The neighborhood I was in, I found out had a deeds letter, so he got a letter from his HOA. So now I'm armed with the knowledge of that whole, that 1 mile. I might do like a
That
Facebook
scenario.
targeted ad. Yeah, best scenario. So I know that they have deeds letters out. So I either have to hit it with, if I use EDDM or door hangers very much, which
Mm.
I only use door hangers. If I use EDDM, I would launch and blanket their their neighborhood today, but I don't use EDDM right now. I might get in with the print department and get that rolling, but what I'm going to do is like a next door ad and a Facebook ad today. Sit down, do my 2 mile square radius, and then just apply it because a lot of those houses are dirty, and it's just the one side of the house that's green. It's kind of a new construction build, so the houses are 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. So I'm not touching the concrete because it's all new. But if they're getting letters for the deeds can take care of it. So
Yep.
just a shout out. If you have any customers that tell you like, "Oh, well, I need my windows cleaned or I have algae on the side because they sent me a letter," start targeting that neighborhood and their neighbors because they need somebody to clean the stuff off, get their windows clean, clean the gutters, get the stuff off the chimney, and just get to work. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Little lessons for everybody. That's always good stuff.
Yes. Pay attention to what your customer needs,
Yeah,
and then
man. What's
so
going on in your surroundings? I mean, if obviously, like you're saying, the neighbors are getting that letter, they're sending them out. So it's time.
yes,
The iron is ready to strike.
yeah. It's usually springtime. March, April, May, June, I guess, is when the HOA start driving around and writing letters. The green stuff doesn't grow on the side of the house until about February, March. But then when it does, and we get some rain, it takes off like wildfire. So anybody that had a little bit of green on their house is now going to have a lot of bit of green on their house because Houston's experienced a lot of rain in the last 2 weeks. So it helps keeps it green, helps it grow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I didn't do
So
any work. I didn't do any work yesterday. It was raining in Denver. But
okay,
I did meet up with one of our good buddies.
cool, cool.
Yeah,
Who's that?
Damien, bro. He came over, visited. I had a little something something for him, thanks to our friends at Zero.
Cool.
Yeah, so he came by. Then we went out for dinner. A little crawfish boil. There's this spot. So it's funny is he's like, oh, have you ever had crawfish or broil? And I'm like, nah. I've always
Yeah, what
wanted
is
to.
it? Yeah, yeah.
It's like it's a the crab legs, sausage,
Oh, a
shrimp,
seafood boil.
mussel,
That's yeah,
seafood boil.
yeah. That's like a
So
North Carolina, South Carolina thing.
yeah, so but there's this place, and he tells me, hey, the last time we were here, he sends me the address after we got done working,
Hmm.
and so I'd meet him there. It's like 3 blocks from my cousin's house where I stay.
Even better.
Yeah, and that street that it's on, it's all effed, so you can't park there. So we planned to meet yesterday, and he's like, I'll just park at your cousin's and we'll walk there. So
Nice.
beautiful night. It's 5 o'clock and the sun's beaming. It was after it rained, and we're just doing our thing, having a walk.
Hmm.
Get to the joint, and we've been there before, but it was phenomenal again, as always. And
Nice.
he's like, man, this shit never gets old.
Sure.
But so we had dinner. He and his gal, they had been to Jelly Roll the night before, and they told me a little bit about that. And um, Damien, being Damien, he asks all the right questions about the trip, and obviously, he's a friend of the show of what we do here in the mornings, and
Hmm.
he's part of our. He's part of my like weekly day to day life, anyways. So we usually keep in touch.
Yeah.
Um, but he was asking some questions and filling him in on stuff that I didn't really put out there into the ether. So I was just giving him some behind the scenes stuff, and it's always good to visit with a homie. You know what I mean?
Heck
Um,
yeah, man. Heck yeah.
so
Hey, Jim, let me just break you off. I haven't checked our comments, but we got a shout out from Damien. Got a shout out from Craig. Got Zane. Good morning, fellas.
what up? Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
I hope you all are still there. I normally I usually have a pad with me too, but I left my iPad on the plane, so I can't really respond, or I'm not as quick to notify everybody. But appreciate everybody. Damien, if you're still there,
Thanks
thank
for
you
your support,
again.
guys.
That last night was a lot of fun. Um, he always has something new in the back of his truck too, so we were checking out some fun things. One of the things he told me that I thought was really cool was when I was doing the walkthrough at the warehouse, he saw me grab this fucking Sorbo squeegee. And I hadn't
Uh-huh.
seen this, it's a matte black squeegee. I hadn't seen it yet either. Um, and when I got there, I was like, whoa, this is dope. And I put it in my hands, and I was like, man, I don't think I've ever seen this and whatever. But I was like, squirrel, you know what I mean? I put it back down, and then I walked away. Well, Damien said he saw the same thing. He saw that video and was like, like, oh, this is wild. So he's like, he as he's telling me the story, I'm like, hold on. So I recorded him telling me the story of how he bought that squeegee, like literally while it was airing or whatever. So I'm like, Chris is
Nice.
gonna want to hear this. So I sent him that video, and yeah, I got a good chuckle out of that. So,
Cool.
um, yeah, man, it also shows how we as consumers see stuff, and how like it makes us want to buy.
Yep.
It at least it reaffirms to me that kind of what we were doing was pretty neat. And I think and Damien's like, yeah, I think Nick. Williams might have said, "Oh, damn," because he saw Damien have that squeegee too. And then when I saw Damien have that squeegee last night, now I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta go buy
Damn.
it." Yeah,
The FOMO, man. You got to get it. You got to get it.
I'm.
I mean, you see cool shit and you want to get it. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna go online today and get that. Yeah, I gotta get a couple more things, but so yeah, it was just a really nice night to spend with him and get a visit. We might run into each other again tomorrow. I'm gonna try and line up some work before I get out of Dodge. I've been normally when I
Cool.
come to town, I have some shit lined up, and this time because I kind of been working until I got here, I didn't really line anything up, and
Mhm.
my pocketbook is a little light, so I'll probably try and do something tomorrow.
Oh, sure, sure. You know, you've been out of
So
work for 2 weeks. You've been off the map, man.
yeah, but while he was here, I got to show him the atom, so that's
Cool.
cool. Yeah,
Adam and Eve,
yep,
tiny, pocket size.
pocket
Very nice.
size. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he was like, "Damn, that's dope." So, but yeah, I gave him. Oh shit, I forgot to give him some stickers. Damn it, Damien.
Stickers.
Yeah, I got some stickers for him. But yeah. Anyways, plans for today? Anything big?
Apparently, I've got a
Doctor?
doctor appointment at 9:30, so I've got to go
Yeah.
call the boss when I'm off of this and say, "Hey, I'm going to be in about 2 hours late." Luckily, it's my father-in-law, so he's just going to get pissed off, and that's how
I
that
think
works.
your
But
health is a little more important, Deeds.
yeah, and it's actually the shrink guy. It's my mental health. I got sick thoughts, sick thoughts. No, that's what's that movie? Role Models, where Jane Lynch is like, "I went to prison. I went to the prison of sick thoughts." Okay,
She's the
I used to do
best, dude.
cocaine for breakfast, cocaine for lunch. Guess what I did for dinner? More cocaine. Yeah, that shit. So I got to talk to that guy, get it all figured out. But no, it's just fun. It's all in good jest. But yeah, I got that going. What do you think about that carbon fiber squeegee that's hitting that WCR just launched? Are you jealous of that thing? That thing looks sick, man.
I haven't seen it. I was really bummed that I didn't leave 7 or 5 to 7 days later and maybe have
Huh.
one or two in my hands. I did not see that while I was there. I don't think.
Okay.
I probably would have recognized or you know what I mean, freaked out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Damien's saying that's on my list. I think yesterday they had 20 left, so I'm guessing they probably have 13 more in stock, maybe less. I don't think they're going to be mass producing these damn things. So anybody out there, get on WCR and order yourself that WCR carbon fiber. Let's talk about carbon fiber. Let's talk about carbon fiber. What it is, get it out of my face. Like the
I
buttered
can't
sausage.
wait. I
That's
can't wait
awesome.
to see it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Got to get a nice display case, put it up, put it on a pedestal or something.
See,
I'm
I
pretty
don't know if
sure.
I'd be able to do that. I tried to do that with one of my MAGA squeegees, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use it. Like, I don't know if I'll use that one, but like my MAGA squeegee, I've used, and then I have one that's kind of like I don't know. I'm ready
You got to
for it
have
to use
one
it.
for use because the first scratch on it's gonna be like, oh damn it, no. You know, I might
Yeah,
I might put the what is it, the American flag squeegee inside the magnet handle and make it like super patriotic or something.
yeah, I
I
did
guess
that too.
yeah,
I
Sorbo
got
for whatever reason they also did that German type. I think it's the German one. So they've got
yeah.
the MAGA squeegee, they got the German one. So I'm not sure what country they think of next. Maybe Swiss. I mean, he is from what is he Switzerland? Sorbo. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, yeah,
think I think Jaren's calling for a Dutch one. Uh, I don't know.
Gary Busey rules, has Craig Hetzel. Let's talk about buttered sausage. Yeah. What it is, get it out of my face. Buttered sausage. I don't eat jam. I eat honey. When I do, I kiss it on the lips. He's a freaking that Gary Busey man. Weird guy. And you know what's funny is like we see these people like Gary Busey, Hugh Laurie, these actors that are getting older and stuff. And people don't realize that if you were to send that guy an email like, "Hey Gary Busey, I love your shit. Like you were funny in the Lethal Weapons or whatever, or another 48 hours," and he'd probably write back and say, "Hey, that's awesome." Although he'd probably want $200 for a cameo. Yeah, I'll give you 30 seconds. Damn it, let's talk about 30 seconds.
That might be
But
worth it.
it would, yeah. I know the huge Sid with the huge did Ted Nugent.
I
They paid
saw
him
that.
for $500 to come spring for the give cat scratch fever to all the guys going to the huge. And shout out to the huge. Huge is only what's it, 2 months away?
Less than
April, no,
60
August,
days.
less than 60 days. So you guys who are on the fence about going to the Huge, uh, the time is nigh. Get your tickets. I know Craig Hensel is selling tickets to the Huge to support the Window Cleaners Museum. So find Craig, find his link, and buy tickets through him. It'll
You
support his endeavor
Hell
and
yeah. So you want to hear
get there.
something about the trip real quick too? So while I was driving, I may have told you this.
Uh-huh.
When I got my ticket, I needed to call Sid from the Huge. I called him
Hmm.
and left him a message, and it was like eating. What I wanted to tell him was like eating at me. So I'm like speeding, and I have to pee because I'm like, man, I just want to pull over and go to the bathroom and then shoot off this email so I can say what I need
Hmm.
to say, and, you know what I mean, before I forget. Yeah. So I'm just like fucking jamming. Exactly, dude.
Oh
And I'm
shit!
listening
Damn
to
it!
yep, and there's
Yep.
the 50. Woo!
Boo!
So
Boo!
that reminds me, Sid called me when I was literally pulling up to meet up with Jersey, and
Uh-huh.
I haven't returned his call yet. And that,
Snaps, dude.
yeah, I need to get a hold of him.
Yep.
So I know Sid, it's fuck, it's an hour behind. What time is it right now? If he's in
Right
Montana,
now it's 7:53 Central, 8:53 Eastern.
okay, well then it's 6:53 Sid time, I think. Sir, if you're watching Sid, I'll holler at you soon.
Holla,
But
holla, 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 holla,
yeah,
holla,
we're all
holla.
looking forward to the Huge. Um,
Yes.
Craig Hensel is the plug.
Yes,
Um,
he wants Gary, hold on. Craig wants Gary Busey to sing a song in the pro group, and he's been pondering about fitting the bill. Save your money. Let's get Jello to sing. You think we can give him
no,
45 bucks and he would sing a song with Z and Cullen Goad maybe?
no, 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 no. I
Like a
say
barbershop quartet?
no. We get D's a couple of bevies and late night. Get him to dress up, and he can do a Gary Busey, and then maybe a Buddy Holly, or I don't know, bro. Like Gary Busey as Buddy Holly. Oh,
Oh, hey, I'm Buddy Holly. Let's go for an airplane ride. Oh, I don't think so. I'd like to see some guys do some doo-wop, do some Huey Lewis, some a cappella doo-wop, barbershop quartet stuff going on.
that would be
At the
hilarious.
Huge, I've got a funny plan. I'm going to do at the Huge. You know how they got that piano located in the one of the you make the
Yes.
left turn and you're going. I've been practicing a couple tunes on my phone. If you have YouTube, you can put your phone on a piano and it'll tell you what keys to play, right? Like piano tutorials. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
I'm gonna practice like all that fun shit so I can just sit there and serenade everybody as they walk by and go grab their beers at the sports bar and shit. Just be
Oh,
funny,
look, there goes Patty Cole.
So yeah, just some runway music for some people as they do their little turn on the catwalk, on the catwalk. But yeah, it's gonna be a great time. If you guys aren't going to the Huge, if you haven't gone to the Huge, think about it. Do it. It starts the 20th to the 22nd. You want to get there the 19th because that's when everybody's getting there to set up for the booths, and you can get some like one-on-one time if there's somebody you want to hang out with and whatever. Plus, you got to coordinate yourself and figure out where the hell you're walking to around this Gaylord. It's the last year at the Gaylord Hotel, and it's literally like a half a mile from your room down to the expo. So a lot of fun at the Huge. A lot of cool guys show up, and gals. So are you going to be going this year? Do you know? Yes, no, maybe so.
Still finagling and trying to work it out. Yeah, expenses are a little tight, and like August is June, July, August is actually the worst 3 months of the year for us in
Sure, same
August.
here.
But it's a must go. It is my birthday that week. My birthday is actually the 20th.
Cool.
So that's the first day. I I I did get a message. There are room rates going right now for 40% off as well too if you have the link and you get all locked in. So again,
Mhm.
I'll probably make sure that I do it. I fly home tomorrow. So once I talk
Nice.
to my wife and get everything, yeah, or pardon me, not tomorrow, Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday. Um, but once I get home, talk to her, let her know what's going on, give her the
Mhm.
whole I miss you, I'm glad to see you. Now I gotta
Cool.
plan another trip, uh,
Nice.
type deal.
You know what we should do?
But
Craig just said he just posted a link for the tickets to the Huge through his museum, and then Craig says, "In the middle school, I sang in a quartet." That's awesome, Craig. That's awesome. I'd love to see like your doo-wop barbershop. and he posted a YouTube link. We'll watch that later. Um, sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're
But yeah,
good.
you're finagling with the wife. You got to figure out if you can
Yeah,
go.
and
We're
I
all in that
told her
same boat.
yesterday. So yesterday I was booking my flight home. I was feeling really down, dude. I'll be honest, it's weird. I was missing my family, and then I think after I booked my trip, I also sent all my footage to zero, which
Cool.
made like a whole weight lifted off my chest because I'm not the best when it comes to sending stuff. Technology is not,
Sure.
Goose friend sometimes. So
Yeah.
to know that that was a burden lifted off my shoulders, it made me feel a lot better. Knowing that
Hmm.
I was going to see Deep was going to make me feel a lot better. I booked my flight home. All these things just fell into place. Actually, I
Sure.
talked to I didn't tell you this yesterday, but I talked with Chris yesterday for a couple of minutes too.
Cool.
I mentioned that there were some things that I needed to run past him, and people have reached out to me recently and asked me. You were giving some advice this morning, um, and we've been talking about going to the huge, and people have asked me like, what do you find one of the how to grow, right, or what to do
Hmm.
as a business owner, and oddly for me, I think it was I had almost I've done what I could do locally. For
Hmm.
me personally, this is how I felt. Like
Sure.
I needed to grow a little bit larger. And being able to communicate and work with guys around the country, building those friendships and those bonds, I think that's really helped me level up, dude.
Sure.
So
Definitely.
if anybody's watching and they're trying to figure out a way to, step up their game a little bit, keep 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 banging around these rooms, find like-minded individuals, find somebody who has characteristics or traits that you like or admire, and strike up a
Connect.
conversation. You know
That's
what I
it.
mean? Strike up a conversation. Um, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Maybe work with somebody that's not local. If you're going on a trip somewhere and you have a day, away from your family, take a day to work with somebody else. Like, and keep in communication with people. You know what I mean? I really feel like it helps you level your
Reach
game
out
up.
and touch
Yeah.
someone.
Hi, Dave.
Yes.
Yeah. So I
Oh,
really
you
think that
froze.
that
Oh
helps.
God. Yeah, definitely. And that's the cool part. Like, and I'll say this, I think I've mentioned it many times. At the huge, we're all just window cleaners. It's a sea of sublimation. Everyone wearing their polos or their work shirts or casual. But everybody at the huge is in the same boat as you. Some do Christmas lights, some do, landscaping, some do janitorial, pressure washing, window cleaning. It's a whole hodgepodge of service providers. Uh, Obviously, the vendors want to sell you programs and shit, which is cool, but that's not what it's all about. It's about the connections you meet with guys. I went out, I grabbed a drink, ended up talking to two guys, and made a good friend out of that one. I met you at the huge. We hung out a little bit and met you and stuff. You got to reach out to other guys because the other thing that about the personal connection is that you hear their stories and what they're doing in their market, or they're giving you. You're going to pick up tidbits of advice. So you're going to hear something that you needed to hear for your business or an idea that sparked you for, follow-up emails to customers, how this guy gets them, why he doesn't use Facebook, why he uses Google, or why she or she. But yeah, it's the personal touches, the personal connections that you don't get in these forums. I didn't realize Mark Tanner was so damn tall when I saw him, but he was, and
He's a
like
fucking
Eddie
giant.
yeah, he's a giant among men, and it's stuff like that. But he's a little teddy bear. He's a nice guy. All the guys in these forums and stuff, we're all really cool. And that's the cool part is you get to hang out with like-minded solo entrepreneurs like yourselves, and really bounce ideas off each other and meet friends that you'll have for life. And that's something that's the best part. Forget learning how to create systems in your business. Forget learning how to profit. Not really, but it's the personal connections that you're going to get. You get to shake the hand of the guy that sold you the squeegee. You'll be able to see the WCR reps there and stuff. I think Mike Nichols is going. So yeah, just get your ass to the huge this year, guys. Make it worth it.
Don't tell anybody that. Then everybody's gonna want to go, and I won't be able to spend any time with him.
Oh, here's another thing. Why don't we do something cool? If we can make it to the huge this year, why don't we do like a big ass breakfast or like a whole coffee and deeds? We'll do like a live show. What do you think? Shh, shh.
Don't tell anybody.
All right, yeah. we're not going to do that. We're gonna bring our GI Joe action figures, and we're gonna have like the Cobra Command base, and we're just gonna play. That's gonna be cool. But yeah, like, a lot of ideas up in the air for the huge. It's not really cheap. I mean, if you're gonna go eat dinner there, it's $20 for a dinner, $8 a beer type deal. But it's all worth it, guys. It's all worth it. Get yourself to the huge this year.
And $13 for a coffee like this.
Heck yeah, that's what you want. Two pumps of the vanilla. It's good for you. But
Yeah.
yeah, so anyway, it's about time for
Yeah.
me to jet off
All right. So
shortly.
real quick. So speaking of that huge thing too, definitely we're going to do something. Um,
Sure.
I would suggest that, or not suggest, we're going to put together a couple of recordings where we can sit down with some of our friends that we don't get to see all the time and
Yes.
do some live stuff. And that way, our friends who aren't able to be there can ask some live questions too.
Sure.
We'll have a sit down with if Craig's available. I know he's going to be super busy running his booth, but I think that I can finagle him for 10 minutes of his time before the floor hits, and you
Hmm.
and I can sit down with him. um, I have about a list of about 10 to 15 people that I've already talked to in the past. So I'm hoping that they'll be kind enough to give you and I a couple minutes of their time. Um,
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to
so
talk with all those guys and other
we're gonna
guys
do
too.
some
If you're
we're gonna do
Go ahead.
some big shit. So yeah. And
That's right.
if you're gonna go to the huge too, and you want to be on that list, give me a shout. Or if you want to talk with Deeds, holler at your boy.
Shout it out loud. Yeah, do
Yeah,
it.
shout it out loud. Holler at Deeds, holler at Goo. We'll get you in. But I have a list of people already that I'm trying to reach out to.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah,
Cool.
it's
Cool.
gonna be a fun time.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it
gonna.
sucks too. It sucks too that I'm trying to like. I don't want I don't want to not clue you in on some of it, but I also want you
No,
to have some
yeah, keep me
surprises
out of
too.
it.
You know what
I
I
don't want to
mean?
know. I don't want to know nothing. Last year I was going to do some funny shit at the huge last year. I was going to dress up as this, that, and the other. But because I just I've been going through some
Yes.
shit. I was sick last year, so I talked myself out of like everything I wanted to do, and I was present at everything. I went and did the breakout sessions. I met with guys, had dinner stuff, but I didn't do any of the funny videos and shit I wanted to do just because of the self confidence and because it was pretty loud. I mean, if I follow through with what I was going to do last year, this year, you might laugh, or you might cry. It's like, God damn, that guy's weird. But
I
that's
already
my
know
plan.
you're weird. It's
Well, they
okay.
know I'm weird. I have sick thoughts. I'm a prisoner of sick thoughts. Okay, just kidding. But
We're good.
good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, man.
Well, I hope
What
you have a
time is
killer day, man. It's 8:04.
All
8:04.
right.
So I got
Yeah,
to go
you
tell
got
my
to
boss
run.
I'm not coming to work. But yeah, I was like, hey, I'd love to come in today, but I got to go to the doctor. Boop. So
Thanks.
we'll go check that out. Make sure my mental health is good. Make sure it's all kicking and picking. Shout out to WCR and Zero for supporting my man Jason, the Goo, on his trip.
Yeah.
Congratulations to William Arthur.
William Arthur.
William Arthur.
William Arthur.
Thank you
William
so much
Arthur.
for liking and subscribing to our channel and liking Streak Free AZ on the Facebook. Thank you for everybody who joined out, commented, and likes our show. I mean, we hit 219 subscribers or so, which is flipping awesome.
Yeah, that's
So
like
a
a
huge
gain of
shout out
about 200, dude.
to 2,000% or something. It's like we love WCR and Zero. They're the best in their industry. Hands
Couldn't have
down,
said it better.
the best. Yeah, they're the best. Thank you to Jersey and everybody for all the content and stuff you guys are putting out.
Shit, we didn't even get a hit on that. He went live yesterday. All right, let's talk about that Friday.
We'll talk about that Friday, but I want to thank everybody for being awesome and loving and supporting our show. It really means a lot to us. You know, I sit here and talk to Jason in the mornings, 3 days a week. It's good to get stuff off my chest. It's great to have Jason, to have someone to talk to. We just love it. So if you've got a buddy in your market, or a couple states away that you're chilling with, you're talking to, create that connection.
Oh
Meet up
yes.
with other guys. 'Cause, we're busy guys. I've got a busy life. I got wife, kids, run two businesses. It's hard. So I don't find a lot of time for free time and shit like that. So I'm not out grabbing beers with the buddies all the time. So it's really good to have the mornings with you guys and with Jason to be able to chat and just run my mouth for a while, because my wife is just like, shut up, shut up. I'm just kidding. I got a daughter, right? She's 11 years old, and she's like me. What's this? Why don't we do this? It's like, oh my God, my mom. I feel so bad for my mom. Like,
I
this is
know
exactly what she went through.
my
Yeah.
4-year old's the same.
Awesome. Awesome. Kids are great. So if you don't have kids, get those too. Just kidding. They're expensive, especially three of them.
Some of you
But
shouldn't.
yeah, some of us don't need kids. Some of them, yeah. But no, it's cool. Kids are cool. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. I want to thank you for helping us grow our channel, and we hope to be here for many more. If you haven't, check out Greg Hensel's list, his link in the subscription
Yeah.
description, and get your tickets to the huge. Get there a day early. Get there the 19th. Leave on the 22nd, and don't forget to change your rubbers today, guys.
And I hope your passion bucket's full, everybody. Kick ass, take names, and we'll check you out on Friday.
Take those names, guys. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.
Peace.
Peace out. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. And we are ending in 3, 5, 4, 9.